What's up with it? Straight to the point on the late night tip. I want y'all to hit the like button and sub to the channel if you're not a member. Also hit the notifications too. Shouts out to everybody that have talked about the situation already. Shout out to Real Talk with Tamara. Shout out to Cypress TV. Shout out to Street Politics TV. Shout out to Ticket TV. Shout out to True Raw. Shout out to Alabama Hitter. Shouts out to AK-47. Cartita for Life. Everybody that really touched on this situation. And a lot of y'all want me to be, sensitive to the fact that he was young and he was manipulated and all this other stuff. Listen, I don't feel no sympathy, like I said, and I'm going to say it once and I'm going to say it again. What's up with it, Cypress? I see you in the building, bro. You reality is going to set in for Straight Drop, and not just Straight Drop. It's going to set in for Cornelius. For those of y'all that thinking that hot water cornbread is going to get less of a sentence or anything, man, you got to be smoking. Okay, that's not going to happen. Then on top of that, Go Van 2. Reality is going to set in for a Straight Drop. No more using the phone when you feel like you need to. Your freedom is stripped away. No more going to a clean bathroom in which you probably clean. If you do clean your bathroom, no more showering when you want to shower. No more eating the food that you want to eat. Not going to be sleeping in a comfortable bed, and you're not going to have a woman in that bed. Not going to be able to feel no ass, no titties anymore. Okay, you're not going to be able to smell of a JJ anymore. That's not unless one of the CEOs happen to be horny enough and do what they do or whatever, and that sort of thing or whatever. But all of that is gone. Yeah, he's cooked. He's cooked. And the fact that you did this, and you did it, thinking that, you were gonna get off hands free. You thought that, you were gonna be able to, eat your food and enjoy your day with your daughter. Little did you know, you had been watched. And they were on you. They were on you from jump start. Listen, man. This is a lesson for a lot of you youngsters out there. This is a lesson on what not to do. Listen, I'm not going to sit up here and throw a pity party But also, I'm not gonna sit up here and keep clowning these fools or anything, because we don't know how life can spiral, and we don't know what what curveball life will throw at us. But I know one thing though: they had control over this situation right here. Both straight dropping, even if you feel like he was a flunky, cornbread, he had control over this situation. You had control not to put them pills in your mouth. You had control not to handle that Draco. You had control not to do any of the stuff that you were doing. You had control to keep a regular job and work hard like regular paying citizens do in order to get what you need to get done. You had control over that. So guys like myself and guys like Two Raw, guys like Ticket TV, are we gonna feel any sympathy or feel bad for you? No, not in this situation. Not in this situation, because you had a chance to do something, as the brother Ticket TV said earlier. You had a chance to do something positive and productive in this society. You had a chance to be a doctor. You had a chance to be a lawyer. You had a chance to take all that negative energy that you had and put it into something, and put it into your craft. But instead, you chose to do it and inflict it upon another person, another brother. You know what I'm saying? He might have not. Listen, I know they all say all skin folk is not kinfolk. Maybe he wasn't your kinfolk, but at the same time, man, you don't realize that you killed, you killing another brother and everything. And listen, I'm not going to exempt the other guys that were above, in a sense of, in terms of their popularity. I'm not going to exempt them either. Because, listen, if Gotti was involved, you got to pay the price for it. Okay? I'm saying if he's found, if they make arrests and everything. Right now, they haven't proved anything yet. They haven't proved anything. What's up, Ted? They haven't proved anything. They haven't proved anything. But right now, this guy right here that we're talking about, straight drop, Cornelius, who's set to go to jail, be sentenced to as well. You're about to spend your life in prison. You can do all the appealing that you want to. Not gonna pan out well. The evidence is too far gone. What you've done, and listen, if you really paid attention to the case and this trial, this was pretty much a blowout. In the sports sense, this was a blowout. And like the first, in the beginning of the case, you already knew that, the case was blown wide open, and they came out swinging. Cornelius, he pretty much threw gasoline on the fire and did the unexpected and pretty much shed light on everything. Well, yeah, you don't even have to drop the soap. You better be on your P's and Q's. Dot your I's and I'm sorry, but yeah, dot your I's and cross your T's. Do all that sort of thing. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not just about dropping the soap or whatever. Man, you got to worry about a lot more than that. You got to worry about a lot more than that, because now, how do you not know that the COs aren't working against you? How do you not know that the system is working against you? You got to think about it. There was people, that work in powerful positions that had love for, Dolph too. Uh, a lot of people feel some type of way when you do the shit that you do. Such as, raping a woman, or, you know, uh, actually abusing, um, a minor or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Which he already has that on his record. They feel some type of way about that. You already got that jacket on you. You not only have your jacket as a pedal, you got your jacket on you as a guy who took out who they saw as one of the kings of Memphis. You said facts. You have to be alert. Yeah. Right. Racist CEOs, they hate us too. So now you got it coming from every single angle. It's not just gonna be okay. Yeah, don't drop the soap. I mean, that's a given, man. I mean, look, man. All I know is that this is what you signed up for. Like Cypress TV said a while back, man. He said this is what you signed up for. So everybody's all getting a reaction. They all feeling sorry for him, and he putting his head down, looking like he finna cry. Oh, you gonna do more than that? You think those people that you were chilling out with, that was your so-called friends, gonna be there for you? No. You think all them girls that you was on the outside with, you think they gonna be waiting for you? Nope. Your kids, you know what I'm saying? They're always, they'll always be there, but you're not gonna be there with them in a physical sense. Do you think that they're not gonna be, they're not gonna be scarred? But you think your daughter's not gonna be scarred by this? She is gonna be scarred. As a Latino CEOs are raised. Yeah, so you got, it's another type of game that we're playing. Just dropping the soap or whatnot. That's not, everybody, like to use that term or whatever, but that's just, believe it or not, that's one of the least things that you got to worry about right there. You got to worry about prison. You got to worry about prison politics, and I'm not going to sit up here and act like, you know what I'm saying, I've served or anything like that. But from just talking to various people, it's one thing to talk to people and stuff like that, but it's another thing to actually go through that type, that type of struggle, because it is a struggle to serve time. And not everybody that is locked up, unfortunately, deserves to be behind there. Just recently, the whole the Marcellus, and yes, I am going to talk about Marcellus. God rest his soul. People don't deserve to be there, but in your case, straight drop. In your case, you deserve to be there. A lot of people feel like you deserve the death penalty. Both of y'all. Now, here's the interesting thing. Does he deserve a second chance? Are you a believer in second chances in this situation? Now, it's tricky because we have to say, hey, look, we forgive you, but we'll never be able to move on and forget. In order to bring closure into your life, you are gonna have to forgive that guy, but it doesn't mean that you're gonna forget the cowardly act that he did. And yes, what he did, it was cowardly. No matter how you want to look at it, it was a cowardly act. Because first off, you did shoot him while his back was turned. Okay, like let's start with that. He had his back turned, so that was a cowardly act. Then you also did it, without him knowing. Listen, that's a cowardly act because you catching somebody off guard, you blindsided them or whatever. If you're really a man, as the brother Cypress said, okay, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna see how much of a man you really are in prison without the Draco. You know what I'm saying? Without the AK, without the SK, without the without a Glock. You know what I'm saying? Without any type of handgun, without any type of switches. You know what I'm saying? Without a Mossberg. We're gonna see how you are. Yeah, you gotta worry about racist wardens. Yeah, you have to worry about that too. Like I said, man, everybody wants me to be. They want me to be, lenient in a situation. I'm not gonna be lenient. I'm not gonna be lenient. The best thing that you could do right now, man, is just make yourself at home. Because that's going to be your home for the rest of your life. You might as well just go ahead and get used to it. I know at this point, there's a lot of guys that ain't never getting out of there. And they've come to grips to face that they are never getting out of prison. Absolutely, he did it to himself. Salute to you. He did it to himself. Like I said, all this young stuff, it's crazy that you just came in here, The Real. Because I think The Real is 25, if I'm not mistaken. I think about guys that are, that are that age, and I mean, this is just me, man. When you around that, that 20 to 25 stage, yes, you moving at a fast pace or whatever, but you're not moving at such a fast pace where you don't know the difference between common sense and not having common sense. If that makes any sense. You knew what you were doing. Both of you did. And I'm talking about straight drop. I'm talking about we good and goddamn well we know Govan did. But I'm focusing on them two because they were young too. And I think what's his name? They said Cornelius was like 34. I thought he was a little bit younger than that. But either way, even if he had been loaded up with pills and all this other stuff, well, you certainly had a lot of ambition to go get those pills and be drugged up and everything like that. Why not have that ambition to go sign yourself up, to Job Corps, the military, or something like that, and to do something with your life? You know what I'm saying? Or have that, ambition. From what I hear, he used to be a janitor too. Like, why not, be a janitor and work your way up or something like that? No. You wanted a quick buck. You wanted to go ahead and you wanted to continue to get high. And as soon as you came down from that high, you realized, okay, well, damn, I didn't get nothing out of the deal or whatever. Now you got just as mad. Now you want to rat every. Because they're going to treat you even more like a crackhead because you're thinking that, oh, yeah, I'm going to get a deal. You're rubbing your hands together like, oh, yeah, I'm going to get a deal. I'm going to be able to get out. You know what I'm saying? In such and such time. No, motherfucker. You are staying in there. What's up with it, Matt? I see you in there. You're staying in there. You're in there. For life. And listen, I'm not gonna sit up here and I'm not gonna say nah boo boo. and be laughing or anything like that, because like I said, life can throw you a curveball. You know, we don't always want to sit there and, you know, we don't want to, even if those guys were wrong, we don't want to continue to, you know, prey on somebody's downfall, because you never know what type of situation you could be in or whatnot, and you happen to be in the same thing. Now, of course, in this situation, they had the power to say no. I don't want to do with it. I don't want to fuck with it. I don't want to kill somebody that I don't know. I don't want to be around. And these guys did not know each other. I'm talking about Straight Drop and Cornelius. They weren't comrades. They weren't buddies or none of that. I mean, hell, at least you know, do a mission with somebody that you at least know. And the thing about it is how do you don't know that, you know, that guy could have got you? You've done damage to everybody. You've done damage to a lot of families out here. You've done damage to a lot of kids. A lot of kids are having nightmares. A lot of kids are looking for their dad to come give them presents and surprise them with a big present for their birthday, every other milestone. You know, hey, you won't be able to do that. You won't be able to do it either. And the fact that you have 5 kids, and I'm talking about Cornelius now, you know, because even though Cornelius hasn't been sentenced yet, we know that he's going to jail. He's gonna do life. He's gonna do life. You know, he's gonna be in there. You know, pretty much a full stretch. You have 5 kids. That should be like, you should not even want no parts of the streets. You shouldn't even know. You shouldn't even want to know any type of negativity that could even potentially harm you or your family. You should be doing your best to distance yourself from any negativity, because that's everybody thinks that, okay, yeah, being a gangster is shooting up people, being a gangster is robbing niggas, being a gangster is snaking niggas, being a gangster is popping pills, being a gangster is smoking weed, being a gangster is sipping lean and sipping syrup, being a gangster is popping up and popping trunk, you know what I'm saying, 3-wheeling and all that other bullshit, you know what I'm saying, pulling the caper, pulling the heist, robbing the corner store, you know what I'm saying, you know, slamming down the yak and all that other bullshit, going to the club. Nah, that ain't gangster. Like the brother Ticket said earlier, and I'm 100% with this right here. Being gangster is, first off, being there for your fucking kids. And part of that is being smart enough to realize that you got to stay out of trouble so that you could be there, so that you, for one, can be alive. Because how do you, if I mean, Cornelius had got shot. If Marcus would have shot him in the right place, how do you know he would have hit a main artery or whatever? Guess what? Then you would have been dead. Then your kids would not be able to see you at all. They'll be able to see you behind the walls and behind that glass, or behind the bars, whatever you want to, wherever he's at. Your whole thing is to be alive, but being gangster is first off being there for your kids, being a provider, being a protector, being a gatekeeper. You know what I'm saying? Being gangster is being there and having your kids, setting your kids up for financial future. Being gangster is teaching your kids right from wrong, teaching them how to defend themselves. Being gangster is being the man of the household, making sure that all ducks are in a row, including yours. Nah, you want to go out there, man, just because you want to get a quick high. And I know some people are like, well, everybody got problems. Straight, yeah, everybody do have problems, but don't make it Dolph's problem. You made it Dolph's problem by you going over there, and guess what? You offing him. You had nothing to do with whatever beef that they had going. Didn't even know him. You just wanted the money. You just wanted the money. That's the type of savages, and you're not really even no savage, man. You're a clown. That's what you are. You're a clown, and you're a clown that's fitting to rot in jail. Now I know that that's somebody's son, that's somebody's nephew, that's somebody's grandson. You know that's somebody's brother. Of course, that's somebody's father. You know what I'm saying? That's somebody's baby daddy. All this other stuff, but he wasn't thinking about all that stuff when he took out Dolph, who was somebody's son, who was somebody's nephew, who was somebody's brother, who was somebody's baby daddy, who was somebody's relative, who was somebody's friend, who was a humanitarian, who was there for a lot of people, who a lot of people depended on. But y'all don't want to hear the truth. Y'all want to egg this type of stuff on. A lot of y'all want to egg this stuff on. This stuff is really troubling. All this drilling and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you take it a whole nother level. And look, everybody wants to make excuses about these rap lyrics and stuff like that. Oh, man, well, Dolph shouldn't have said what he said and all this stuff. Well, if you get into the rap game, I mean, look, it's hip-hop. Okay? And hip-hop, you're supposed to, who's ever in front of you, you're supposed to kill them lyrically. And because this man killed you lyrically, you have a problem with that. There's been worse stuff said than what Dolph said in, Play With Your B and 100 Shots and stuff like that. I could get you some rap lyrics where they go really deep in detail and have said stuff way worse than what Dolph has said. If you can't handle being dissed or a song about you and all this other stuff, then you in the wrong industry. But to take another man's life and see now, you gotta deal with that on your conscience. Even if certain people weren't involved, you know what I'm saying? You still have to wonder, and you're always wondering. You're always going to get those looks, those stares. Yeah, did you do this or did you do that? People are always going to have in the back of their mind, and I'm talking about Gotti. people are always gonna wonder, oh yeah, did you do this or did you do that or something like that? You know what I'm saying? People are always gonna wonder. People are always gonna wonder. That's why if you're not cut out for this, stay away from it. Stay away from it. Because you can't go into the streets, oh, half stepping. Nah. You got to go full throttle. Because those other guys that are out there, there's other guys that are out there that have been doing it since they was young or whatever, they going full throttle. Y'all guys did not know what y'all were doing. First and foremost, y'all don't look like street dudes. Y'all didn't look like street dudes. Y'all look like idiots. That's what you look like. Because the fact that how y'all were moving and they had you on tape and they had I'm sorry about that, on camera, doing the silly, sloppy, tacky shit that you were doing. Y'all weren't true street cats. Because a lot of street cats, and listen, I don't condone anything that happened in the situation, but I'm quite sure that if the guys that move on the streets, how they move and everything, and from what I've been hearing, and a lot of people, that have talked to me about this situation that were, affiliated with the streets, they said that they would have did this situation entirely different. They would have moved much different, and like I said, I don't condone it. I don't want nobody in this situation, you know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody's life being taken or anything, but I'm just saying, y'all were stupid and sloppy the way that y'all did everything. First and foremost, let's just talk about the cowardly act that you pulled. Why not just go ahead and just run a fade if you really have a problem with that guy? Run a fade with somebody. Like I told Planco on his live, shout out to Street Politics TV. What happened to a good, going head up for a couple minutes? What happened to those days? Get you some boxing gloves. Y'all could always box each other. If one guy don't feel like fighting, because hey, I'll fight you later, man. I'm still hurting from the last time we fought or whatever. Hey, at least you ain't got to worry about dying. You get to go home, you get to sleep, you get to eat. Ain't got to look over your shoulder, none of that other stuff. Nah. I got to get my get back. I got to get my out. I got to get him before he get me, that sort of thing. Nah. And that ain't making the situation any better. Whew. That's some cold, man. Whew. But I don't feel no sympathy for them. I've said that, before. A lot of this stuff I've already kind of talked about, but I'm talking about this because, of course, Straight Drop, he was sentenced today, and the thing about it is that, this is the crazy thing. Everybody thinks that this is over. this isn't over. Like, do people not understand that this is not over? Like, as far as this portion is has come to a halt, but people got to understand that there's other stuff that's going on. That's, they still got to, as far as the straight drop is concerned, they still got, some unalivings that took place that were on his watch that he could, they're pinning him to in connection with. Then on top of that, still got Cornelius, that's happening in November. Still got Govan. You know what I'm saying? You still have, the feds that are about to go ahead and pick up this, and once the feds get a hold of it, which is potentially talking about a RICO. That's it. So I don't think people realize the magnitude of what's taking place right now. They think that, oh yeah, this is the fastest trial in history. It's over. It's not over with yet. This is a big deal. This is not something, a million pages. You think those million pages are just for, somebody wasting their energy, typing on the keyboard, or printing out, stuff, or all this other stuff, you know what I'm saying, that they done jotted down and everything like that? No. So I just want y'all to understand, man, this is still gonna keep going on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now, how long? I don't know, but it's far from over. This is far from over. Straight to the point. I get at you.